Time is not something that you use. Time is the basis of your life. Your life is time. We have a brief moment of life here. Both in terms of time and space, we occupy just a speck in this cosmos. So let's not think too much about ourselves. If we understand the context of our existence, we are just a small pop-up on this planet and will pop out. Most people who are lazy are also bitter about something. There is no sense of profoundness to their life, they always feel insufficient. That's not the way to live. If you are very pleasant and you have a profound experience of life, you have a right to do nothing, absolutely nothing.
I don't know many people that consciously wake up and think, I want to be lazy, or I want to lean towards death. What do you think it is that's getting in the way of people's potential?
Well, most things that human beings do are not done consciously, unfortunately. It is mostly compulsively done, and that is the whole problem with humanity. With the level of intelligence and competence that we have, the moment we function compulsively, we become destructive. If you become conscious, naturally you will curtail so many of your actions because they're absolutely unnecessary. Either you're trying to be better than somebody, which you can never be, and or you're trying to do something in competition with the rest of the world, wanting to prove some nonsense that nobody's convinced about anyway. And all these countless number of people who existed on this planet before you and me, all those idiots also were doing the same thing. But where are they now? They're all topsoil. You and me also will be topsoil after some time.
I find that a really helpful point. I think one of the things that drives people oftentimes when they're not wanting to be lazy is that they want to compete. They want to surpass somebody else or surpass something that's in their mind. But it sounds like what you're saying is that one of the best ways to get over that, to stop being lazy, is to actually not focus so much on yourself and to not compete.
No, I'm not saying don't compete or whatever. Essentially, you're thinking life is a race, right? This is coming from the understanding that life is a race. If life is a race, what is the goal? You must get to the finish line faster than others. You know what's the finish line? You want to get there sooner than me, don't do that, man.
That finish line sounds like death.
Of course it is. Finish line is death. So if you want to win the race, you must go ahead of me, please don't do that. I'm older than you, let me go first, okay? So, this whole nonsense about wanting to be better than somebody is happening because you have not found any sense of profoundness in your own existence. If you pay enough attention to life, then you will see, when I say life, life is an explosion happening all around you. Not just… see, the basic misunderstanding is, when people use the word life, they are talking about their work, they're talking about their family, their relationships, their wealth, their money. No, these are all accessories, frills to life. Frills are fine, only if you have a skirt, frills are good. Otherwise, it's an embarrassment, all right? Right now, this is the situation of the modern world. People have too many frills, but no skirt. There's no profoundness to life, too much decoration. Where will it go? It will only lead to more frustration. They are saying in United States, which is the richest nation in the world, on an annual basis, about 120,000 people are committing suicide. A whole lot of them are below 35 years of age. I don't know the exact percentage, but a major percentage are below 35 years of age. Why are they doing this? They are doing this because there is no sense of profoundness. There is no struggle for survival, survival is taken care of. Now you need profoundness. If there is no profoundness, you wonder why are you alive? Well, the Europeans, rather the English, have made this question very popular, to be or not to be, as if that is the most intelligent question to ask. I am telling you, if you are right now, you wake up in the morning and you're blissed out, do you ask to be or not to be? Only a miserable person asks that question. Essentially, when you ask the question, to be or not to be, what you are saying is a brief moment of life that you have on this planet, you are thinking whether to cut it short further. This is because time is a very relative experience. On a given day, you're very joyful, Have you noticed on that day, 24 hours, poof, went off like a moment. Another day, you're miserable or depressed, 24 hours feels like 10,000 years. So only miserable people can have a long life. So those miserable people raise all these kind of questions and make it like it's some great philosophy. Life is not a philosophy. Philosophy is a silly explanation to a life which is a phenomena beyond all explanations. You can only experience this. You can't deduct it into your philosophy. The moment you deduct it into your philosophy, you become a constipated life. That means it happens little by little. It doesn't happen like an explosion.
And how did it materialize for you? Did you learn what you teach, or did you discover it?
I have neither learned nor discovered anything, I'm alive. So what is life I see? Let me make this very clear for all those people who are thinking some fantastic things about me. I know only one thing. I don't know too many things, I just know only one thing. Today even a five-year-old child claims to know 100 things. I know only one thing. I know this piece of life from its origin to its ultimate. I only talk about this life, but the world assumes I'm talking about them because fortunately life is made the same way within them also. On the surface, plants think I'm talking about them, the worms think I'm talking about them, every other human being thinks I'm talking about them. I am only talking about this because this is the only thing I know. And actually, this is true even for you right now because you don't know anything other than what happens within you. See, right now you think you're looking at me through this video. No, it is entering your lenses, going an inverted image in the retina, you see this image also only within you. You've seen the entire world only within you. Everything that you saw, heard, smelled, tasted and touched happened only within you. If you touch somebody else's hand like this, you think you're experiencing their hand. No, you're only experiencing the sensations which happen in your hand, isn't it? If your hand goes numb, if you touch something, there is nothing there, all right? So your whole experience of life is only happening within you. If you know this life in reflection, you know everything in that sense. But actually you know only one thing. Rest is all imagination, and that imagination has no fundamentals.